Running out Oli here. So there are a few Olis sitting here, but I want to introduce you to one person who's definitely not an Oli, Amy Rafferty, an independent Socialist Republican, local community activist, active in the struggle for bodily autonomy, and a member and activist in CATU. It's a Tenants Union. So, Amy Rafferty.
I'm going to be talking a bit about the role of youth, or I see the role of youth to be. So the role of youth in any political struggle, like it's already been touched on, is to reinvigorate and carry on building. We're in a really, really bad state here, but that's not uncommon across the rest of the world. Our attitude towards the youth and how they're valued in our society is really, really, really bad. And what highlighted that to me was when I visited Cuba with a few other comrades. We noticed how much they genuinely valued their young people. So their young people are completely integral to forming government policy. Their students' unions, from all the way back here, all the way up to university, play a massive role in what their education should be and what their future should look like. The government regularly meets with young people to inform government policy because they recognise that the decisions they make today are ultimately going to affect the young people in the here and now. Contrast that with the youth in Ireland, political organisations, the government. The way they engage with us is completely tokenistic. Like, it's a PR tool. That's all it is. We're seen as children, and any criticism we have, the Good Friday Agreement or Stormont or whatever, is met with, well, you weren't born, and we're in such a better position now, and as has been pointed out, that's just complete nonsense. Given as well, young Republicans, children of Republicans are targeted by security services on a daily basis. It's already been touched on as well, and I don't want to be too negative, but Republicanism is in one of the worst states historically it's ever been in, and it's down to young people to rebuild that. I recently just finished the book Unfinished Business, which I'm sure everyone's heard of. But in that it mentions that when Republicanism reaches an impasse, the next thing is to down arms with the view that when the right conditions arise, the future generation will pick those arms up and can carry on the struggle. Though Sinn Féin entered into negotiations with the state and decided to hand over those arms, they made a decision on behalf of Republicans and future generations. So we're in a really bad position, and that's not me saying that if we still had arms, we would be out in the streets going mad and like doing good. But it just means that young people are in a situation now where we're faced with such a massive task, and we feel really defeated, I think anyway. And on top of that, the political landscape in the capitalist way is based on identity. And what I mean by that is young people pick a struggle, whether that's LGBT rights, whether it's women's rights, whatever. They pick those struggles and they stick with it, and it keeps us completely divided. And for us, that should all be one struggle, and that struggle should be socialism. But the issue in Ireland is that we don't have a kind of unified left. So for me, any political organisation looking to build towards a socialist republic must examine where young people fit into that. They should have a direct strategy targeted at young people, and education should be the base of that. And it shouldn't be that direct action doesn't play a part, but there's no point sending young people like to potentially get, criminal records and stuff if you don't have a strategy for them to build on. I was asked to touch a bit on where women fall in the whole list, and it's actually really nice to see in this room there are a lot of women, but generally in political organisations there's a complete lack, and that does a lot of the time come down to men. Organisations are just a reflection of attitudes in society, so if you think that the organisation you're in is void of any sort of misogyny, then you really seriously need to take a look at yourself, because that is often not the case. And it's down then in those organisations to challenge those attitudes so that women have a space, because you can't envision what a socialist republic would look like without the input of women, and you can't build anything without the actions and help of young people. So, thanks very much.